हेलो गाइस, टीआरजी हियर एंड वेलकम बैक तो नहीं, हम लोग फर्स्ट टाइम आ रहे हैं मिडनाइट इवो के साथ। नेट पे मैं गेम्स इधर उधर कर रहा था, तब मेरे सामने ये गेम आया और मैंने सोचा हम्म हम्म तो आज हम लोग इस गेम को खेलने वाले हैं। इस गेम में थोड़ा यूं है कि हम शायद एक बुक पढ़ते।
The clock approached midnight.
बुक पढ़ते और उस बुक को मैं बाद में बताऊंगा।
William Crinkle was fast asleep.
क्रिंकल, ये रियल सरनेम होता है क्या कोई? क्रिंकल, आई मीन होता हो तो कोई बात नहीं, बट थोड़ा अजीब है।
Night was different.
तो आवाज कम है क्या? नहीं, फुल है।
He woke to a strange sound coming from the attic.
ओह, ये क्या है? ये क्या है? ये लाल लाल में?
He climbed the stairs, he felt something.
As he climbed the stairs. Oh. Oh.
He had never seen this textbook.
खोलना मत। अगर नहीं देखा है कभी तो खोलना मत।
Oh my god.
अरे यार, खोल।
Just an innocent book.
Just an innocent book. Innocent.
Tonight his life would change forever.
Tonight his life. Tonight his life will change forever. ना रहने दो। Midnight Evil. यही रुक। Midnight Evil. आया हुआ ना, वो पता नहीं आया हुआ। सो इसमें बुक होती है हमारे पास, जो कि अभी इसमें दिखाया था। इनोसेंट बुक जो है वो हम शायद पढ़ते, और जैसे जैसे हम उसमें शायद प्रोग्रेस करते वैसे वैसे मतलब कुछ डीमन मॉन्स्टर समथिंग कुछ होता है। आई डोंट नो क्या होता है, बट कुछ होता है जो मतलब वो मारने की कोशिश करता है। ओके, ओ मेरे को कुछ दिख नहीं रहा। अरे यार, सेटिंग्स में मेरे को ब्राइटनेस बढ़ानी है, बहुत कम ब्राइटनेस है। ओटोरी ओ, ओ अच्छा, सॉस का तो जॉज का होगा, मूवी का। डंजन्स एंड ड्रैगन्स, ये पता नहीं। स्टार वॉर्स फास्ट फ्रंट दिख ही नहीं रहा। रुको, ब्राइटनेस बढ़ानी पड़ेगी। अब दिख रहा है ना? तो ये क्या? डॉक्टर द टर्मिनेटर फ्रंट एंड टू द प्रेजेंट, यानी ओ बैक टू द फ्यूचर। ओके, बैक टू द फ्यूचर आई गेस मूवी का है ना ये। स्टार वॉर्स, डंजन ड्रैगन, ओटोरी वो गेम का है क्या? वो गेम का वो शायद निकला था शायद। ओटारी अटारी 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 गेम का है ना, आई गेस। याद नहीं मेरे को ये क्या हो रहा है। बुक। ओ
Long before the first humans
आवाज कम, ये क्या हो रहा है? कभी आवाज कम हो रही, कभी क्या है? अरे
Long before the first humans stood upright and took their place in
तब भी
the
आवाज
world,
बहुत कम।
there was a beautiful land that was ruled by what many would come to call the Fae. These ancient beings were worshipped by mankind, but they were also feared.
कौन है भाई? हवा से
Humans
कुछ,
were
हवा से
right to be
कुछ।
afraid, for there were many different creatures that lived in the darkness, watching us, waiting. Most were harmless enough, amusing themselves by causing mischief and playing pranks on humans that crossed their paths. However, some had more sinister intentions. The Urkling, for example, have developed a liking for the taste of human children.
अरे यार, क्या है? इधर से आवाज आई मेरे को तो।
These monsters are small,
कुछ और होगा,
unnaturally
चूहा होगा,
fast,
चूहा।
and impossible to kill. It was an unlucky tragedy for my people that we decided to build our village here, right in the middle of the Earthlings' territory. We have lost so many of our children over this past year, there aren't enough tears in this world to weep for their loss. Thankfully, though, my grandmother taught me well in the ways of my druid ancestors. I may not be able to kill the little beasts, but I was able to work out a spell that binds them to this book.
अरे
I can only hide it and pray that
अरे
it never
अरे
falls into the hands of a child.
अरे 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 तो फिर तो गड़बड़ कर दी हैं?
तो फिर तो गड़बड़ कर दी ना।
If you are reading this, know that I'm truly sorry for the demons that have now been passed on to you.
अरे
Opening the
बाप
book will have awakened them, and I'm sure they will be ravenously hungry. Once the book is opened, you must read it out loud from beginning to end in order to return them to their magical prison. Be
ओके
watchful. They only attack if you don't see them coming. Most importantly, once you finish this book, keep it hidden so that no one ever opens it again.
वो क्या?
WIGS-FM 98.7 Game Talk. Hello, darkness.
Hello there.
My name is Nick Gloom. It's just me tonight. As you guys know, we answer game questions and talk tips and tricks. Well, Nate usually does. I don't really play most of those games. Anyway, let's get to the phones. First caller, you're on the air.
Hi, Nick. I'm wondering, how do I beat the final boss in Terminator Destruction?
How would I know that?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm stuck here working for crap money. I still can't afford to buy new Atari games.
Atari
Would you like me to page Nate?
I don't
Here's
know.
the thing. Like I said, I'm working here. I don't usually come on the radio. So, I don't have as much of a bedside manner as Nate does. But it's totally fine. I bought a new OBasic book, which is the programming language for Atari, since I can't afford to buy my own Atari games, and I'm working on my own homebrew game. The pending title is Evil Midnight,
Oh,
where I'm not sure what you're going to have to do yet, but I think it's going to be a horror game, and it's going to be at nighttime, and it's going to be evil. Basically, you would do something all night, and then you would win. It's kind of like working here. I try to keep my head down all night, but Janet asks me to go on the air, and I'm always getting asked to do stuff. The more stuff I get asked to do, the more I get anxious and panic. It's a vicious cycle.
Is this some kind of life lesson? I just want to play Terminator.
Here's the thing.
क्या हुआ ये थे? ओके चैप्टर 1 से चालू अब हम कर रहे हैं ओके तो आई गेस इसने यूं कहा था कि मतलब मिडनाइट इवल के लिए शायद इसका वो था क्या कहते हैं ट्यूटोरियल टाइप का ट्यूटोरियल जो भी बोलते तो ये कह रहा था एक से ज्यादा चीजें करनी पड़ेगी हमको आई मीन बुक का ध्यान रख मतलब बुक पढ़नी है प्लस आसपास देखता रहना है क्या कहीं कोई कुछ हो तो नहीं रहा दो चीजें तो ये हो गई और भी शायद ये चीजें और होंगी जिनको हमको ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा ओके रीड करते हैं
Little Maggie O'Brien was the first. The children had been playing in Hogan's Forest when they all heard a noise. Sensing no danger because there were so many of them, 12 children in all decided to investigate the source of the strange sound.
Oh! अरे यार
As they all searched high and low, they soon realized that Maggie was missing. Frantically, they began searching for their friend. She was a small girl who loved to play hide and seek.
वो ये क्या था ओह
Her big brother Colin insisted that she was probably hiding somewhere, safe and giggling to herself as she watched everyone search for her.
ओके पिंक ओह बंद कर गेट.
The sun sank low in the sky and the forest grew dark. The children, frustrated and panicked, ran back to the village to alert their parents that little Maggie was nowhere to be found. That's when everyone lit torches and spread out through the woods, calling her name.
Okay.
The little girl's mother sobbed desperately as we all inspected every corner of those woods in hopes of finding her. Her brother kept searching, tears streaming down his cheeks.
I'm her big brother,
He said, rubbing his eyes.
I'm supposed to make sure nothing happens to her.
It's not
Okay, बस.
It's not your fault, Colin, I assured him. We'll find her soon, and she'll be no worse for the wear. He nodded, forced a smile, and we all continued looking.
Okay, कुछ साउंड आएगी इसका मतलब. Okay, चलो रीडिंग चालू करेंगे.
The moment I heard him scream, I knew he had found her. Or rather, what was left of her, which wasn't much.
यार ये बहुत ये करते रहे ये.
We were sure it was Maggie because she had worn her favorite hair bow that day. Her father plucked the pink ribbon from the body and fell to his knees, wailing into the darkness. Poor Colin tried to tell us then. He said that she had been covered in what he described as little green men.
They were fat and green
He stammered.
with bright glowing eyes. They were biting off bits of skin and flesh.
No one believed the lad. We all attributed the horrible ordeal to a hungry wild animal. Of course, what else could it possibly be?
घंटी कहाँ से बजेगी? I don't know. Okay. वो यार ऐसे क्यों करते हो? Okay.
Scooping up what remained of little Maggie, the townsfolk set to work preparing for her funeral. We had...
ओह नहीं, भाग जा यहाँ से, आना नहीं. ओके, तो यहाँ से आएगा और एक तो यहाँ से आएगा.
We had no idea the horrors that lay ahead. I thought to myself how strange her wounds looked. I couldn't help but think back to what Colin had said about the little green men. It made me think of the stories my grandmother used to tell me. She said that our druid ancestors spoke of tiny creatures that lived long ago in the swamps and marshes surrounding our lands. The Earthlings, she called them. There were 3 tribes, each being their own breed of evil. One tribe, I recall, she said were green and fat.
Green and fat, okay, ये जो अभी वाली की बात हो रही है.
They would lure children away from safety and feast on their flesh.
Okay. Oh.
We didn't live near any swamps. Surely the boy's mind was playing tricks on him. Besides, the Earthlings weren't real. They couldn't be.
Hui. भाग जा यहाँ.
Unfortunately, the joy of this small victory was short-lived. For over the next 3 days, we tried every method we could think of to kill the little wretch, but no matter what horrific thing we did, it wouldn't die.
Hello. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, done.
WIGS FM 98.7 Game Talk. Hello, darkness.
Hello.
I'm your host, Nick Gloom, in for Nate tonight, as we dive deep into Game Talk.
Hello, darkness.
Sorry about those technical issues we experienced last hour. I think Janet might have fallen asleep. For those of you that missed it, we were having an interesting discussion about game difficulty and learning curves. You know, Nate likes Dragons and Dungeons, but apparently I'm dumb for thinking it's too difficult. Apparently, kids can play it. So what do I know? Kinda like my work in progress, Evil Midnight, which, as I mentioned earlier, if you weren't around, is going to be more of a horror game. I'm not really sure, but I would imagine, in a game like that, confusing the player could be an evil tactic.
Oh, nice.
Something like grooming them up to expect one thing, and then yank the rug out, so to speak. Anyway, I'm rambling. Hello, caller, you're on Game Talk. Must have lost him. Hello, caller, you're on Game Talk. Very funny, guys. Caller, you're on Game Talk.
Oh. आवाज फुल कर रखी थी मैंने. Oh. पहला पेज तो खोला नहीं, उससे पहले धक-धक करा दिया.
First, we tried drowning it. We even had...
Oh. What? I think इनकी तरफ नहीं देखना है मेरे को. Okay. इतना तो समझ में आ गया मेरे को. ये कह रहा था कि वो कुछ और कहना उस रग निकाल, वो ये इसके बारे में बात कर रहा है.
First, we tried drowning it.
Okay, और कुछ है नहीं है. Okay, good. अरे यार. Okay.
We even had the priest bring us holy water when water from the well didn't work. We cut off its head, but as soon as we snipped its neck, the head grew a new body, and the body grew a new head. Then we had...
बहुत ध्यान से करना पड़ेगा.
Then we had 2 angry Erklings in jars. It was immune to every kind of poison that we knew of. It could heal...
ये क्या कुर्सियां खिसका रही है लोग?
It could...
सही में इतने से तो नहीं डरूंगा वाह. तो मुंह करके करो तो शायद डरो, बाकी तो नहीं
It could
डरो.
heal quickly from any cuts it sustained. We even...
Oh, नहीं.
Point, the Erklings had infested every corner of the village. Parents had...
नहीं. अरे नहीं, दोनों है. मैं क्या करता, दोनों एक ही जगह पे थे. बस हो गई. ये क्या था यार. दोनों को आसपास रखोगे, फिर कहोगे एक को बिल्कुल मत देखने, एक को देख, तो मैं क्या करूंगा फिर. बस आज के लिए बस नहीं. अगर तुम लोगों को वीडियो पसंद आए तो लाइक जरूर करना. चैनल पे नए तो सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना. हम ऐसे और नए नए गेम लाते रहेंगे. और अगर तुमने अभी तक वोट नहीं किया है, कम्युनिटी टैब में मैंने डाला है नेक्स्ट गेम जो हम उठाने वाले हैं. अगर तुमने उस पर अभी तक वोट नहीं किया तो फटाफट कर दो. अभी शायद रेजिडेंट इवल आगे चल रहा है, बट मेरे को नहीं पता तुम लोगों को क्या चाहिए. सो आई विल सी यू गाइस इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. गुड बाय.